Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon franchise officially dead. Once again, here we are at Cosmic Book News, and yeah, I'm sorry, but it wasn't any good. In what should come as no surprise, the writer of Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon confirms the movies are dead at Netflix, and there will be no more sequels. Snyder released Rebel Moon in two formats, similar to some of his previous movies, such as Batman vs. Superman and Justice League, a shortened PG-13 version wanted by Netflix, and then his intended R-rated director's cut version. However, they mega bombed. Can you see that? No, I can't. There's lights where my eyes are. Huh? Oh, right. Rebel Moon is, again, dead. Following the release of the first PG-13 Rebel Moon, the critic and fan response wasn't good. 22% Rotten Tomatoes score from critics, 56% from fans. Of course, that led to a huge drop in viewership for Rebel Moon Part Number 2, as well as the director's cut versions. So that means Rebel Moon is dead at Netflix. Yeah. The extended cut didn't really do much to it. It had more, it fleshed out the plot and stuff like that better, which is always the case, but it's just like, can't you figure out how to cut that in and just stop doing the slow motion? There's a lot of wasted time on meaningless material that you could have dedicated more to a backstory for your characters. It still, I don't think, was worth the money put into it to make it. There were some possibilities here that might have made it for a more interesting sci-fi romp, but man, it was bad. Just a whole lot of just really nothing. So Rebel Moon writer Kurt Johnstad recently appeared on the Minutemen podcast, revealing it will take a miracle for more movies, effectively confirming it's dead. We outlined movies 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good Lord. Very detailed outlines. Well, you mean more than the movies themselves? And Zack has literally plotted out the whole world. We know where we can go. We've written detailed outlines. The second movie was to find the princess. And the third movie is, how many parts of the second movie will there be? Is that going to be in 2 parts too? And then extended cuts? Holy crap. Your princess should have been an active part of the first movie from the get-go, really. Yeah. But, yeah. Anyway, and the third movie is to make sure that the princess is where she should be, sitting on the throne. Oh, you mean and properly ruling over the mother world. Well, some luck and an act of God. Why would God do this? We'll get to go back to that world. Yeah. You see, you got to look that way. That's a good thing. I can look at stuff. Right. So, what's next for Zack Snyder? Well, Zack Snyder and Kurt Johnstad have now taken an opposite approach to their next project. As instead of a big cosmic scale space opera, they've been grounded with the LAPD police series in development at Netflix. Snyder is also stepping into the octagon and directing Brawler, a film about a mixed martial artist who gets his big shot at the UFC championship, but is riddled with inner demons. Zack was also spotted with James Gunn, but that doesn't seem to be about anything new for DC. It is said Gunn has a Snyder Cut joke in his Superman movie. That's going to do more detriment to the movie than Snyder or his fans or anything like that, It's a shame. You would think it just for the basics of a fun adventure or something like that, you could have pulled off a fairly decent sci-fi film. But this need to just go on and on and on with a whole lot of nothing in between. Justice League is a masterpiece compared to this. Same for Army of the Dead. I don't know if he has there wasn't an extended cut of that one, I don't think. But And in a lot of ways, Army of the Dead is worse than Rebel Moon. It's a really stupid movie, but it looked amazing. You know, he's good at that. For Rebel Moon, with being a sci-fi spectacular, I would have thought it would look a little better than it did. But between the two, I got to go with Army of the Dead. The extended cut, there were some more cool scenes and stuff like that. A lot of times, more times than not, Zack Snyder's films will look cool. It doesn't really mean they'll be great. They will look cool. That being said, most of his films I've enjoyed. But here lately, I don't know. I think he got a little swell-headed over the whole release Snyder Cut movement and stuff like that, which was all worth it because I really enjoyed his Justice League. It was leaps and bounds better than the original, of course, and it was good. It's probably the best of the three DC superhero films he did for DC and all that. But anyway, yeah, Rebel Moon was quite the letdown for me, and Netflix has wisely moved on. So maybe the police cop drama show will be good. There's always a chance.